What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness across all social media platforms. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, I'm a diagnosed narcissist and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy like myself, and also validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. Today's episode is going to be about why narcissists are scared of the truth. Narcissistic people are scared to face the truth. You know, a lot of people ask me some of the most recurring questions that I get on my page is, are do narcissists know that they are narcissists? Why don't narcissists go to therapy and things like that? Would narcissists change for the other person? Do narcissists know what they are doing? Yeah. All this I can sum that all up in this term right here. In this statement. Narcissistic people, including myself, are afraid to face the truth. And I know this just doesn't apply to narcissists and toxic people, because the survivor of narcissistic abuse, the survivor of this toxic person, can also not want to face the truth that the person that they've been with is a terrible person. They don't want to face the truth that the person that they've been with has been faking for a long time or treating them terribly for a long time. So a lot of survivors and victims and thrivers of narcissistic abuse also don't want to face the truth, which kind of keeps them there in these relationships sometimes, because you don't want to. I've talked to so many survivors that say the same thing. I don't want to believe this is true. They say that statement. I don't want to believe that this is true about the person I've been with for X amount of years, the person I built a life with, the person I'm supposed to be with for the rest of my life. They say this type of stuff to me every single day, y'all. So, but yeah. So once you absorb that truth and take it in for what it is, it can help you heal. But from the narcissist perspective, we know we are doing bad things. The narcissist, toxic person in your life knows that they are doing bad things. They know that they are being terrible to you. You know why I know? Because that's why they do. They want you to keep that stuff to yourself. They want you to hide the abuse. They want you to hide the things that they are doing to you. They want you to keep that stuff to yourself because it protects their reputation. They want you to keep the cheating to yourself, the beatings to yourself, the mental, emotional, physical abuse, verbal abuse, whatever they're doing to you. They want you to keep that type of stuff to yourself because they know what they are doing, y'all. But they don't want to face the truth. That's why one of my biggest fears of going into therapy was, working through what had made me who I am. Because I know I've repressed a lot of stuff. I know I've blocked a lot of things out. And that's what your mind does, y'all. That's what the human brain does. It protects you. Your brain is wired to protect you from pain. Your brain is wired to help you look and seek pleasure. You seek pleasurable circumstances. You seek pleasure on the earth. You seek pleasure overall. You know what I mean? So if you're seeking pleasure, you try to avoid pain. So to avoid pain, sometimes your mind will repress things. It will. That's why sometimes you'll have revelations like, how the hell did I forget that? Because your mind sought to protect you from that pain, of that trauma that you've been through. And I know a lot of narcissistic people don't want to still go sit in a therapist chair and face that trauma. They don't want to go face that pain. I'm telling you, people just think therapy is the end-all be-all for narcissistic people. It is not. Therapy is tough as hell, y'all. It is. It really, really is. It's not just like you go in there and just like, hey, this is what happened to me. Give me to fix it. Teach me how to fix myself. I need to learn how to fix myself and heal myself and whatnot. And y'all, I don't know if y'all been watching me for a long time, but a bee just flew in here. It is in here, so I'm watching a bee. Y'all remember the last time I had a bee in here? I did a cool ass bee analogy. I don't want to kill the bee. I really don't. Just don't sting me, bee. You can live your life. I'll live mine. We can live separately but equal. Separate but equal. But yeah. So narcissistic people, nobody wants to face that trauma. Nobody wants to face that. Nobody wants to sit there and face it, because you go to therapy. I think a lot of people, you think you go to therapy and you sit down. You go to therapy thinking you're gonna walk in there and work on one thing. But you walk out of there with a whole different viewpoint and probably angry at somebody you didn't plan on being angry at. You didn't plan on being angry with your mom or with your dad or whatever, but you walk out there mad as hell because maybe they put you through some trauma in your youth. Narcissistic people don't want to face that. So it's easier to blame you or other people for what they've been through than to work through what they've been through and become better people overall. Can they get rid of the narcissist? No. If they had the personality disorder, y'all, it doesn't go anywhere. I know a lot of people are going to come on here and say, well, there's conflicting information on that. Cool. But from what I read, you can't get rid of it, y'all. And I think telling people that you can get rid of it can be very, very dangerous to survivors, not to narcissists. The narcissist is like, well, I can get rid of it, I go to therapy. But to survivors, you can't. It's damn near impossible to get a narcissist to therapy, y'all, because they don't want to face the truth that something is wrong with them. They know something is wrong with them, but as long as they can push it off and get away from it and run away from it, they don't have to face it unless there's a rock bottom moment. I feel my rant bubble popping. Unless there's a rock bottom moment or situation, like a cataclysmic rock bottom event in this person's life, then they might not ever go get help. Unless there's a rock bottom. Like my rock bottom, people, what's your rock bottom look like? My rock bottom looked like I had a financial, spiritual, mental, emotional, and a relationship rock bottom at the same exact moment, y'all. And there was nobody there to catch me. I had no one else to blame. My wife was gone. My kids were gone. My money was gone. My career was gone. Everything in that moment of rock bottom. I was unhappy in every single aspect of my life. And my wife removed herself from the situation. So there was nobody to enable my behavior anymore except for me. Could I have got on a dating app and went and found somebody else pretty quickly? Yeah, the world is catered to people like me nowadays. Yeah, I can go online and lie about who I am. You look a certain type of way, you can trick people. That's just it. And no, I'm not saying I look the best, but I'm not no, I'm not no devilish looking curmudgeon. I know that much, But I could have done that. But instead of facing it, the spirit, God came to me. I'm not here without God. This is not going to be a religious post, because I'm not a Christian, but I'm very, very spiritual, and I do believe in God. I'm not here without God. So in that moment of rock bottom, God lifted me up, because my wife called me a narcissist on the way out the door. She didn't have to say that. She could have just left, never used that word ever. She left. She said, it's so damn hard living with a narcissist. I threw it back at her, argue. She left, and that word set with me. That word set with me. Got on Google, boom, personality disorder. That led me down the path that I am right now. That's why I said my journey is a God-blessed journey. So y'all can come in my comment section and call me the Jezebel, the evil spirit, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want to call me. I know I'm only here because of God. And I'm changing. Most people who are attacking me, I'm changing more lives than you. I just am. I'm doing a greater service to the world than you are. That's just factual. I am, I've never met somebody online talking junk about me that's helping more people than I am. I just haven't experienced that. Like, this Lee Hammock guy is an evil bastard and ruining the world. What are your numbers looking like as far as you helping people? Oh, none? Cool, thanks. You helped people with this comment you just left. The negativity. Yeah, and like I said, and when people see that, even people who might actually be starting to think that they might be narcissistic, they see me getting attacked, they're like, what's the point? I don't want to face this. So I go to therapy. I face this. I go public with it. I tell my wife, I tell my husband and kids that I have this going on, and then I still get hated for it when I'm trying to work on myself. Was it because that guy Lee Hammock, he gets attacked every single day. Every single day there's some negativity brought to Lee Hammock. Every day, without fail. So nobody wants to face the truth, y'all, because the truth does not always set you free. This truth can lock you up sometimes and lock you up in an angry box if you don't know how to release it and work through it. The truth does not always set narcissistic people free, so they don't want to face the truth. Even me, I'm still in this box. I'm still a prisoner in my mind, y'all. Even though I'm getting better and working through and altering my behaviors, I'm still a prisoner of narcissism. I get out every once in a while. I get to go out and get some yard time and then come here and make these videos, but I'm still a prisoner in my own mind. I'm working on it though. Most narcissistic people will never get to this point because they don't want to work on it, because it's easier to blame the person that's catching them from hitting rock bottom a lot of times. It's easier to do that. What's rock bottom look like for them? Rock bottom is different for everybody, but you cannot hit rock bottom if there's someone there to catch you. If you're falling down in the rock bottom, and you're falling down, and you're about to hit rock bottom, and your wife catches you or your husband catches you, somebody's always there to catch you and somewhat enable your behavior in your mind. So you just feel like people are always going to be there to justify your actions and your behavior. People are always going to forgive you and forget, right? No, narcissistic people don't want to face these demons, quotation marks, y'all, on my podcast. We don't want to face it, y'all. It's hard work going in there and facing the terrible things you might have experienced in your life. acknowledging that the people who are supposed to take care of you hurt you the most. That's hard, even for empaths, codependent people. That's just not a hard narcissistic thing. That's a hard empath, codependent thing as well. So I pray everybody go get help and things like that. But like I said, the truth does not always set people free. Sometimes it can imprison them more and make them more angry than what they were when they first walked in. So people go in there trying to work on narcissism and come out angry as hell at their parents. Now and you for making them go. They think you made them go. So they get angry at the people who pushed them into this situation of uncomfortability. Narcissists want to run away from it rather than face it. And running away from it breaks relationships. Running away from the stuff that you've been through breaks relationships, shatters family units, shatters family dynamics, and typically leads to the self-destruction of that narcissistic person's life. Ooh. Goodness. It's a tough road. It's tough, y'all. It's tough sledding ahead, I promise you. The world has changed up and switched up so much so that, like I said, it collapses in on itself like a meteor, like a black hole, like a neutron star collapsing in on itself. Therapists, like I said, narcissistic people don't want to face the truth, y'all. They just don't. And the truth is, we are damaged individuals. And the world says we can't be fixed, so what's the point? What's the point of facing the truth if there's nothing you can do about it, y'all? That's like, it can be devastating to people who are not prepared to handle that. But anyways, y'all, let me hop off this thing, y'all. I really, truly appreciate every single one of y'all. I'm super thankful for y'all. Got a one-on-one here in like 17 seconds. So thank y'all. Like and subscribe. Peace.